She's given herself a hug, and that's why cats are some of the greatest things on the planet, my friend. Hey everyone, and I hope you're having fun. Welcome back to Easy Peasy. I'm today's narrator Cougar, and we're going to be diving on into r/Made Me Smile. So let's get to the joy, shall we? It may not be much, but I've struggled with depression for a long time, and I love to make art because of my mental thing. I love to make peeps smile with my art. Here's one of my drawings. Dude, you just brought a smile to my face, and I hope it brings you happiness knowing that if you're hearing this. Thank you. So many people have helped me come to this night. Some of you are here, some are far away, some are even in heaven. All of us have special ones who have loved us into being. Would you just take, along with me, 10 seconds to think of the people who have helped you become who you are? 10 seconds of silence. I'll watch the time. I would like to thank you all for encouraging me, allowing me, all these years, to be your neighbor. Damn, that hurt, but felt so good at the same time. Thank you, sir. A group of rough-looking boys walked past me today, and all I heard of their conversation was, "He's got that anxiety disorder, bro," so I went with him so he'd be more comfortable. And it made me realize the world isn't all that bad. You know? Maybe it's not. Just like this cat shows the world's not all that bad. Look how happy he is to be being held. Look at the little face. Dear teenage boy at the skate park, you're probably about 15 years old, so I don't expect you to be very mature or for you to want a little girl on your skate ramp for that matter. What you don't know is that my daughter has been wanting to skateboard for months. I actually had to convince her that skateboarding wasn't for just boys. So when we walked to the skate park and saw that it was full of teenage boys who were smoking and swearing, she immediately wanted to turn around and go home. I secretly wanted to go too because I didn't want to have to put on my mom voice and exchange words with you. I also didn't want my daughter to feel like she had to be scared of anyone or that she wasn't entitled to the skate park just as much as you were. So when she said, "Mom, it's full of older boys," I calmly said, "So what? They don't own the skate park." She proceeded to go down the ramp in spite of you and your friends flying past her and grinding rails beside her. She only had 2 or 3 runs in before you approached her and said, "Hey, excuse me." I immediately prepared to deliver my "she's allowed to use the park just as much as you guys are" speech when I heard you say, "Your feet are wrong. Can I help you?" You proceeded to spend almost an hour with my daughter showing her how to balance and steer, and she listened to you, a feat not attained by most adults. You held her hand and helped her get up when she fell down, and I even heard you tell her to stay away from the rails so that she wouldn't get hurt. I want you to know that I am proud that you are part of my community, and I want to thank you for being kind to my daughter. Even though your friends made fun of you for it, she left with a sense of pride and with the confidence that she can do anything because of you. And that, my friends, is why not all us skaters are jerks, just some. But this dude right here is 10 out of 10 in my book. Man eating rice 1901 to 1904. The history behind this picture is really interesting. The reason that everyone always looked miserable in old photos wasn't that they took too long to take. Once photography became widespread, it only took seconds to take a picture. It was because getting your photo taken was treated the same as getting your portrait painted. A very serious occasion meant so that your descendants would know that you existed and what you look like. But one time, some British dudes went to China to go on an expedition, and they met some rural Chinese farmers and decided to take their pictures. Now, these people weren't exposed to the weird culture of the time around getting your photo taken, so this guy just flashed a big grin during the photo because he was told to strike a pose, and that's the pose he wanted to strike. My god, this dude looks happier than anyone I've seen these days. Today was my mom's last day of chemotherapy, and she is cancer-free. Thank God there's some good people in the world, and I'm glad she's standing next to the tree of hope. She makes me feel like there's hope for the world. My neighbor got a new car today, and he's been standing outside staring at it while eating chips for 15 minutes. The second I can afford a new car, you can bet your butt I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing. Update on the pride flag snatcher. When I realized my flag had been stolen the other day, we found it ripped up down at the end of the street. My next door neighbors, a straight couple with 2 kids, left house, were outside and saw me get emotional. They were very kind and offered to help me put up my new flag once it arrived. This morning, as I was hanging up said new flag, I glanced over and noticed that they too had gone out to buy their own pride flag and hung it up on their porch. Words cannot express how happy I am to know that I live next to some truly amazing, supportive, and selfless individuals. I had a really hard time when my flag was stolen, but this has restored my faith in humanity a little bit. Straight people, this is what allies look like. You don't have to be LGBTQ to show support. You know, damn straight. Or just don't be a dick and rip down someone's flag. There's no point to it, my friend. Most of you know I tragically lost my wife 2.5 years ago. Tonight I walked in my house to find my now fiance and my 3-year-old daughter making cupcakes and having a karaoke party celebrating Kylie's heavenly birthday tomorrow. I found a damn good one, I tell you. Grown men do cry, trust me. Yes, they do, and they should cry. Let it all out, buddy. I was exercising on my balcony and someone that was stopped at a red light got out of their car and started working out with me. We did jumping jacks, pointed at each other, and laughed. He got back in his car and drove off. That was the most human connection I've had in 17 days. I need some of this in my life, my man. Aw, you know, it just shows there's true happiness when you're born. And misery's something learned. There's a man in Starbucks holding a bound stack of papers like you printed Office Depot, and he's proudly and loudly telling the couple near him that he's reading his daughter's thesis. She graduated with a master's degree, historical preservation. It's so cute. Damn straight it is. I kissed my girlfriend on the cheek while waiting to cash out at Walmart, and this little girl stared at us in amazement and said, "No one told me girls can kiss girls." That's so cool. You've awoken somebody in a good way. Heard my 6-year-old slowly and painstakingly reading a Nat Geo book about otters to his stuffed otter because I wanted him to know about his family. That's fantastic. After years of taking pics on the side and being a dad, I have my own studio. It's not much, but it's mine. Dude, 10 out of 10, mate. Follow your dreams. Here's something cute. When lockdown happened in the UK, it happened very suddenly. At the law firm I worked at, our office building emptied overnight when everyone was told to work from home. No time to clear out our desks. No time to bring office plants home. Fast forward 3.5 months, everyone assumes that their plants are dead. But then an email goes around and it turns out that one of our security guards is a florist. The security team has moved every single plant from all 12 floors of our office building into the cafeteria. It's been turned into a temporary greenhouse. Cacti and succulents and spider plants and terrariums and potted ferns. And each plant has been individually labeled by hand with post-it notes with name and desk location so the plants can go home after lockdown ends, to give some indication of the scale of the endeavor. Oh my god, that is a lot of work and I love it, my dude. If you zoom into the center right photo, you can see one of the security team happily waving. The plants are being taken care of tenderly. They get sun and water and are spending happy times with other plant friends. Oh, dude, look at the security dude. He is waving. Look at him all the way in the back. That's fantastic. Reasons why I'm polite to waiters. Because I realize they're human beings trying to make a living, not my servants. And if you've ever worked in the service industry, you know how much it sucks. So be nice to waiters and busboy and, the whole kitchen staff, honestly. My mom sent this picture of her and our family dog showing their pride. It made me smile to know they support and love me and the LGBT community. Aww, look at the dog with his little bandana. Go easy on yourself. You're doing great. This is just really hard. Really, really hard, but trust me, we'll all get through it. This refrigerator was installed on the street by a very generous Saudi man. He and his friends leave leftovers and other food in there to feed the less fortunate children of his town with nutritious food and to save them from the shame of begging. Why don't we have anything like this in America? No, because we're all greedy people. But at least there's good in the world and maybe one day it'll spread to the rest of the world. My stepdaughter, sorry if I mispronounce this, Carson, hand sewed and tailored me a shirt from scratch. Brought her own materials and put in the work. I told her she lucky the clubs ain't open because I might have stepped out in it this weekend. Theo's Gordon Cattrall shirt ain't got nothing on this. Dude, that thing is awesome. Where can I get one? Mom tells boy he can pick any animal at animal shelter. He picked this elderly, overweight, and shy cat. Who wouldn't pick that cat? Look at him, he's huge and adorable and just wants snuggles, man. Found out my 11-year-old daughter is gluing my lunch bag notes inside her school binder. Dude, that's awesome. For the first time in over 6 years, I have a full set of working teeth and a smile I don't have to hide. No more oral surgery, no more pain from broken teeth. I can bite things now and chew them. The first carrot was amazing. Dude, that's fantastic. I'm glad you got some new teeth. That's awesome. I just ran through my house to find my phone because I never seen these boys in my neighborhood do this even in 10 plus years they've lived here. I guess there are some, positive 2020. Some new things are being found that people enjoy, and I respect it. I am a professional. Class expectations. If you're watching TikToks during class, please at least drop the links to the really funny ones in the chat. I don't care if you're wearing pajamas or not, but please wear clothes of some kind. I'm begging you. Class materials. Bring your brain to class at least 50% of the time. That's only half. You can do it. Your dog is not a class material. I still want to see it on camera. A, he's in the room. 2, he's a good boy. Yes, he is. 10 out of 10 doggy. I finally built the courage to tell my good friend on the right my feelings for her having recently come out as gay. I'm so happy that she says she has feelings for me too. And I am too, cause you both look very happy. Iowa school gives PE credits for students who do yard work during pandemic for elderly and people with disabilities. Why is this not a thing in every state? It just should be. It's just a helping hand, and then at least they don't have to do PE in some weird way. A Kenyan lady found her childhood friend on the street suffering from drug addiction and took him to rehabilitation. And he looks like a happier, healthier, and just better man now. I'm in remission and I got my port out. I'm so excited. And I am too, dude. Live life to the fullest. I promise you can still make a beautiful life for yourself even if you lost many years of it to abuse, mental illness, or trauma. This is very true. Trust me, I know from experience. In 1968, I heard Ben E. King sing the song at a small club on the coast of SC. King had a small band of 3 or 4 guys, and I can still remember the single violin. The venue was not air-conditioned. I was 18, the girl I was with was 17. 52 years later, we are still a couple, and I still love this song. This child's beautiful Avengers Memorial for Black Panther. Damn, we lost Chadwick Boseman too soon, and especially how a lot of people treated him at the end on the internet was sickening, but I'm glad he still has supporters out there. California passes bill allowing former inmates to become firefighters. Non-violent former prisoners who participated in fire camps will now have an opportunity to become a year-round full-time firefighters. Why shouldn't we let them? Prison is, you made a mistake, this is a step in the right direction. Yes, they're still people, man. They deserve to be able to get a job they enjoy, and if that's being a firefighter, heck yeah. My son, who was told from birth that he may not ever be able to walk or speak, not only walked across his high school graduation stage, he also walked down the aisles as the ring bearer in his mentor and caretaker's wedding. Damn, dude, that breaks my heart in all the right ways. Man invents hydrating gummies to help his grandma and other dementia patients get enough water. Finally, some people inventing things for the good of humanity and not just for wealth. Last night, I am driving home from work, and when I see someone stranded in the middle of an intersection with their car smoking, I have been there, and it really sucks, so I slow down and ask if they are alright. The poor lady got this car 6 weeks ago, and it now looks like needs a new engine, so a group of 3 teenagers now stop, look over the car, and help push it into a nearby lot. The owner of the car does not know what to do. She cannot afford a tow and can't leave the car there. I then hear, "You boys ready for a push?" They couldn't leave this lady stranded, so these young men pushed a stranger's car 9 km. Please share the crap out of this so these young men can get the props they deserve. Well done, Billy, Bailey, and, Aaron? Well, anyways, you guys, 10 out of 10, my dudes. We need more teens like you. Come on, man, we all gotta push some old ladies' cars. My daughter saw me painting a fox and drew her own and gave it to me. I really like the little pig Foxy. That is so awesome. That's not an insult. I love that drawing, dude. I'd wear that on a shirt. My 15-year-old daughter made this cake. She's been baking since she was teeny. Every year she makes a cake for a friend in our community who is developmentally delayed. This year's theme was pizza. She wants to own a bakery when she grows up. Dude, that looks delicious. And that's a cake, and I keep forgetting that, but the crust looks like a real pizza crust. Dude, you got some talent. Yesterday, this pile of blankets was all over the ground, filthy, partially wet, and frozen, having been slept on in the night before. I saw a city worker putting the stuff into what looked like a trash can. Then this morning I walked by the same spot and see the blankets had been washed and folded. Made me smile. Made me smile too, my friend. My dog passed away last month, and my boyfriend got me flowers in the shape of my dog, and I am in love. Damn. You got a good boyfriend. Where can I get one like that, dude? I need to be in a relationship with a man or a woman that is this supportive, man. Dude, that's awesome. Where can I get a quilt? I will pay for one, Nana. Anyways, if you made it this far, I hope there's a smile on your face. I don't have a fun fact today because it might ruin the mood of the video. Anyways, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you'd like to see more of down in the comments below. Have a good day, and remember, stay safe and be good people.